Hello and welcome to another episode of our Simplifying Services podcast. In today's session, we will be diving into our networking services and solutions. Today, I have with me Kevin Lloyd. Kevin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
Would you mind give a brief introduction and your role in the business?
Yeah, sure. I've been with Ingram Micro for over 10 years now. I'm currently Network Solutions Lead, which is a fairly new position, but I head up the consulting teams with the practice leads for enterprise networking, security and UCC reporting into myself.
Thank you. Excellent. So, Kevin, what do you think, before we dive into the solutions and services, what do you think the current networking landscape looks like?
So at the moment, we have a lot of customers that have got what you consider traditional networking, but what they are kind of introducing is more software-defined overlays to bring centralized management and capabilities. From a new opportunities perspective, we've seen a lot of opportunity around software-defined solutions from the designed perspective, and then implementation of that for new customers to deliver future-proof solutions.
Talking of solutions, how are next generation solutions evolving the networking environment?
So LAN environments are incorporating more cloud-based applications that introduce centralized management and control of capabilities and features. From an individual device perspective, they're getting faster, introducing MGig speeds to facilitate the needs of the modern network. From a wireless perspective, again, there's a move to cloud-based sort of management, so it's all centralized. From a speed perspective, that's increasing. So you've got tens of gigs through wireless Wi-Fi 6 and 7. And then the introduction of Bluetooth to cater for modern IoT and BYOD solutions.
Now, speaking of wireless, security has never been more imperative. Do you want to maybe elaborate on some of the solutions in this space?
Yeah, the borders for security have changed. Rather than traditional firewalling and security at the data center with centralized breakout, it's more distributed now. So you've got edge security at each individual site and local breakouts and that type of environment. So it's never been more important to have not just a firewall at the data centers, but a next generation firewall at local sites at the edge. To incorporate, some of the next generation features, IPS, intelligent threat identification, to make sure that the organizations are kept safe.
Exactly. And then we also have services and products around zero trust policies.
Yeah, so from the LAN side of it and the wireless, we've got solutions like Cisco ICE and HP ClearPass that introduce that zero trust policy to make sure that only devices and users intended to access the network are getting the access that they need.
How do you think Ingram Micro is assisting our partners in this space?
So Ingram Micro take an end-to-end approach in the solutions and services that we deliver to our customers. So right from the pre-sales through to building and bill of materials, kit supply, design, implementation, deployment, operation and support and ongoing management of those solutions, Ingram Micro have got the capability to work hand in hand with the partner to deliver success. From my perspective, we're more concerned around the consultancy side of the services, which deliver the sort of assessment, design and deployment of the solutions that we provide to the customers.
Talking of consultancy, would you like to elaborate a little bit more around the consultancy services available to our partners?
Yeah, sure. So we can provide strategic guidance. So we're happy to do workshops to strategize with what is the best solution for the partner and how best to implement that. Following on from that, we can do sort of solution designs and then the deployment, which is all backed by a very mature project management office that can deliver end-to-end project management and program management to ensure that it's delivered against the customer requirements and it's successful every time.
So all this is pre-implementation, correct?
So it's kind of, you've got the strategic bit up front, which will define the correct solution for the customer against their business needs and what they want to achieve. You've then got the design piece, which will take the outcome of what the strategy is and build a design that fits the customer requirements, ticks all the boxes for their business requirements and their technical requirements. And then there's the implementation stage where we'll technically deliver the solution and make sure it's accepted and adopted by all the users throughout the business.
So post-implementation, what services do we provide to our partners and their customers to ensure that everything's operating correctly? Yeah.
So we have a range of managed services available to assist customers, from simple monitoring of the network, where we can make them aware if a device has gone down proactively, through to Essentials managed service, where we will monitor and then react to any incidents they've got. If they phone up, we'll help them resolve them and get the network back to a working state, right through to a full advanced managed service where we take full control and deliver end-to-end management, upgrading, patch management, full lifecycle of that network, all delivered via Ingram Micro.
That really helps the partners access the resources that they may or may not have with Ingram Micro's end-to-end services.
It does, and it's also very modular. So if the customer wants to do the deployment themselves and then move the managed services to Ingram Micro, we're more than happy to work in that fashion. So it's not like you have to take the whole end-to-end piece. We're more than happy to work in that modular fashion with the partner, so that they can pick and choose the elements that complement and augment what they already do internally.
Exactly. So what kind of partners, what profile of partners do we assist with solutions?
So we have a full range of partners, from large global telcos right down to small operations. So we'll work with any type of partner, but we typically get three types of engagement. We get a partner that's got their own sales team and they've got their own solutions and they're just looking for us to deliver. And then we've got a partner that want a little bit more and want us to get involved in the pre-sales element as well, scope it out, and then deliver it. And then there's the partners who just want us to help with everything, help sell the solution, which we can go in and do through our sales team and the technical teams, right through for pre-sales, deployment, and then any other services they want off the back of that.
And like you mentioned, we tailor our services very much to the partner's needs and what's right for their business and their customers.
Absolutely. We offer essentially a set of services that are like building blocks that will just bolster what the customer does internally, or what they want to deliver or what they can't. We can pick up and assist for them so that they can deliver a complete solution to their end customer.
Do you have any example that you're able to share with us?
Yeah, there's one example where we've deployed a Cisco Meraki solution for a large UK retailer with over 1,000 sites. It's one of the largest Meraki deployments in the UK. So their challenge was that they had a centralized data center with breakout for 1,000 sites. They were getting a lot of bottlenecks of traffic, getting some real issues. They had no overview of the management of that solution, so it was becoming really difficult to identify where problems were and fix them and respond. So it was giving poor sort of colleague and customer experience.
And what solutions did you offer to the partner?
So what we did in that scenario, we implemented an end-to-end Cisco Meraki solution with switching the core and the sites edge of the network, SD-WAN at all 1,000 locations with internet lines replacing the MPLS to make it more cost effective. That incorporated centralized management and capabilities that they'd previously not. As an outcome, we implemented application-based routing, which got rid of a lot of the bottlenecks and improved all the traffic flows across the network. And we were able to implement centralized management for the whole estate rather than the distributed individual device management that they were used to.
Why should partners care about these networking solutions and services?
So whatever the customers are looking at nowadays, there's always still going to be an element of what you would consider traditional networking, a firewall, a switch. Even with the move to cloud, there's still a need for devices to be either at home, on the customer offices. So there's always a networking requirement, and it's always going to be there to an extent. With the services that we can offer, we can enable the partner to win more business, grow their opportunities, and offer that complete end-to-end solution to their partners. Whether they currently sell networking solutions and they're looking for us to fill the gaps that they can't deliver, or whether they're a reseller that has absolutely no knowledge of networking, we can help them to grow their business. So I think through the complete set of services that Ingram Micro have got, there's something there for everybody. So I think we can help any partner, no matter what their position or size.
Exactly, and that's something we are very keen to communicate, that there is no one size fits all. When we talk of our whole portfolio of services and solutions, they're very much tailored to the partner's needs, and they can leverage this based on how much or how little they need us to support their business. And like you mentioned about the revenue opportunities this can open up for our partners.
Absolutely. And with our our capability and our certification and our experience, we're in a prime position to help those partners grow that revenue and increase their business.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kevin, for joining us today, and thank you to all our listeners for listening.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.